Let's go. No. Nope. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I am Elijah. And this is the message that the Lord God has given unto me to give unto you. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. I will tell you Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. But the prophets don't have that. And the Lord God tells the rebel, here's a rebel I'm going to use you as a signal. Now that signal has gone forth. It's all right. Malachi chapter 1, go out and send my messenger, he shall prepare the way before me. The Lord whom you seek to suddenly come to his holy temple. Even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in, before it should come. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 says, go out and send Elijah to you for the great and dreadful day of the Lord. You shall turn the horse of the children back to fall, the horse back, children who have come to strike the earth for the person. All the voice, the populace has begun. Malachi chapter 4, verse 4, you got to go to Moab. All right, well, you got to go back to Father Moses. Well, how else would we know all this if we didn't go back to Father Moses? Man, Sunday morning, how many lies are told on Sunday morning? How many people telling how many lies? You turn away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers should be abomination. There you go. There you go. No, that's Asa. That's the pastor telling you that. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about Asa this morning. I don't know. Because Asa might go back to that place and people might make Asa their pastor. I don't know what God had in store. Well, God ain't doing that for nothing. We know that. Yeah. I don't know. Because you have to do whatever does say the law. It might not be for a long time. But, all right. Yeah, you can do it. Let's go. But you ain't going back. You got to go back to see. You got to go back to see. Yeah. Let's go. So that's what I was telling you. Let me see. So, no, it said, the pan after dust of the earth on the head of the poor and turn aside the way of the meek. The way of the meek, and a man as far as you go into the same man profane my holy name. Well, it's just it, and they laid themselves down upon clothes laid to the flesh by every altar. And they drank the wine of the condemned in the house of their God. Right. That's going on in a lot of places. That's in, in the sororities, fraternities, or whatever. All right, then they got their private, you got Eastern Salt and Mason, the Illuminati, got them. All right. I was watching this picture of Luther with Edris Elvis, that's their main name. And he had a serial killer. And they show everybody watching on that channel. And they show all them dead bodies. No, that's not, they act like there's something big. Because during the time when they had, because they taking your mind, this is what they do, they put your mind on Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. And they take your mind off all the other places where that was happening at. All the other places that I heard of. Yeah, all the other places where they took the people dead after they killed them, put them in boxcars and put them in and buried them in the lake. Oh, they still there. They still there. And how they know those mass graves are all over the United States. And when they dig up, you're going to find a whole lot of Israel people. But God already said they're not here for my people got a lot to pay for. But God wanted you to get out the way and repent. Because I'm not going to turn the punishment away from you either. That's what we read now. But let's see there. Let's see. Well, they got rights. Write a comment. Right. If you don't think it's going to happen, you don't think it's going on now, write a comment. All right. And they turn aside the way of the meek, and the man and his boys should go into the same maid to profane my name. All right. So if that's not happening, just post it, man. That's not happening. That's not going on. And they lay themselves down upon the disposed to live plagues by every altar, and drank the wine of the condemned in the house of their God. Right? Yet destroy I the Amorites before them, whose height was like the height of a cedar, and he was strong as an oak. Yet I destroy his fruit from above, his fruit beneath. So when we went in the land, and God had prepared the land, we had the giants in the land, and God destroyed them for us. All right. And I brought you up from the land of Egypt, laid you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorites. I raised up of your sons for prophets and your young men for Nazareth. Well, go ask Jared there. We already know ask Jared. And is it not even thus, O you children, Israel said, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is, right now there. Which gave Nazarite wine to drink and commanded the prophets, saying, prophesy not. No, I heard that man, some pastor on there saying, oh, well, you know, if somebody, there's no more prophets, there's no more apostles. So, yeah, that's what he said. That's what that man said came out of his mouth. No, and then Geno Jennings said, no, that man self-proclaimed prophet. We know he was talking about him. So we got that out there. The self-proclaimed. Right? And then he got those who started off, but then obeyed the voice, not kept the commandments. And God, you know, because remember, for Elisha, lost his prophetic by what, 3 times? Father Jacob had lost his, right? So, yeah. Anyway, behold, I am pressed unto you as a cart is pressed that is full of sheaves. No, then I got a call. Yeah. That is years ago when I got my call. No, the shepherd just got his call. Yeah. No, I'm just, yeah, Brother Shepherd just got his call. Not too long ago, he said. Yeah. I got something else with that call. I had God give me a very special gift when I got that call. One of the many special gifts that I received. Therefore, the flight shall perish from the swift, and the strong shall not strengthen his force. Neither should the mighty deliver himself. Not going to deliver himself. That's what I'm telling you now. Well, am I telling you that now? Yeah, I'm telling you that. All right. Neither shall he stand neither shall he stand held the bow. He that is swift of foot should not deliver himself. Neither he ride the horse to deliver himself. He that's courageous among the mighty shall flee away naked. In that day, say the Lord. All right. But I'm telling you, because you say, well, you know, God not sparing them people. Okay, you say, I'm going to punish. I will not turn away the punishment thereof. And tell you what type of punishment they're going to receive. So go ahead on there. Go ahead on. Because that's what they like to say, now, why you listen to that crazy man? God didn't say that. That's coming out of his mouth. And he twisted and turned the scriptures to be what he wanted to be. That's what I'm doing now. That's the word of God. I can't twist, turn it. That's not the New Testament or the full Gospels that you go ahead and twist and turn it like you want it to be. Make it out what you want it to be. That's not like that. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. That's why I go live. Yeah. So when they come there and say, well, you know what you did? You spoke against Michael Jordan. We gotta cut you off. Right. Every time the people blocked and took down my video, the people gotta pay for that. They're paying for it now. And I told them people hemorrhaging money. That line and all them idols they had gone back and forth, Florida East, that's not Florida East. They're gonna get worse than that. When that wall break out, everything gonna stop. The whole world gonna stop with the idols. Watch. Yeah. All right. But the statute which thou sawest is my anger, wherewith the people anger me who are to perceive from me, from thee. That's us. But the man, when thou sawest slaughtering, that is he who incited murderous sacrifice, and thou be doing murderous sacrifice. Yeah. No, witchcraft, they're still doing that. Well, go read the Testament of Solomon. They're still doing it. Go read the book of Enoch. They're still doing that. Sacrificing the righteous and holy. No. Why would you shoot down? Why would you shoot down a girl because you say she stole some alcohol and everything, and she pregnant? Because they always brag about how much money they had and how almighty, pious, and holy they are. But in reality, they're a bunch of dumb dogs. That's what they are, a bunch of dumb dogs. Well, do you hear anybody crying out about that? Is that news 24/7? You don't hear about that. Yeah. They're trying to squash it. Hope to hurry up and I've got to hurry up. Because if I look in the car and I see a woman, now I'm pious and holy. Now I'm talking about like the police that say they're pious and holy, we put everybody. That's a lie. Because you see a woman pregnant and she have, you can see her pregnant and everything, and she stole some alcohol and stuff out there. Most likely she's pregnant, she's not going to drink, you might be selling to do something. And you see her say, oh, baby, no, here, I'll take these $20. That took how much alcohol could she steal? All right. Now, they say she had a lot, but you're supposed to be all righteous and mighty. Esau. You're supposed to be all righteous and mighty and helping people. All right. Then why you just couldn't say, well, look, here, baby, take this $100 bill. No, you had to be there. Here, baby, take this 20. Yeah, I see you in bad shape. No, go ahead on. I'll handle it for you. Right, I paid it for you. But you didn't do that. So because she's an animal to you. But that's how all of them train. They are animals, non-humans. Yeah. They already have that in them. Then on top of that, the demon then got into them. So what you think gonna happen? So if you see a person shooting a woman that's pregnant, I don't care what she did. Short of if she shot somebody else and she got a weapon in her hand, shooting and firing at somebody, well, okay. But she wasn't doing that. Then you're gonna come and tell me about how holy and righteous you are, and how such a brave nation you are. Okay? Now, I'm just saying, that's what they're doing. And they taught us to do the same thing. They're not teaching you, because when you go read the Shepherd Herman tells you, see those few little nipples and everything that you save from fasting? Yeah, you see somebody in need, go give that to them. Does it not say that? All right. I'm just telling you. But what the pastors and preachers are doing, bragging about what they have, what they own, and who they are, and what they can do, and I can fly around in a $65 million jet plane, and I can put on $1,000 suits. All right. All that to say. Join my worldwide ministry and all that. Okay. I mean, if I'm wrong, I just say, now you know you have gone too far. You're wrong for saying that. You're posting. He that would say murder sacrifice, which are witness to me for the final judgment, even at the beginning of creation. That's the final judgment, even at the beginning of creation. Yeah. No, because that Ezekiel was in the garden. Satan was in the garden. Yeah. They have other holy angels in the garden. Yes, they did. That's what they did. They had old angels, they had two old angels that was with Eve every day. And there, that's what Satan did his business. This evil act. Okay. Well, who was cited murderous sacrifice. So what was no. What was Abel? Him and Cain with the sacrifice. God accepted Abel's sacrifice, said Cain's sacrifice was rejected. All I can do is just tell it to you. All right. No. And then when Abel went, because you read the Holy Bible, you want to listen to the word of God. Because you listen to it, Satan came to Abel that night when God accepted sacrifice. Because Cain, you know who child Cain is? Okay. And what he told him, I'm going to kill you. Because you made Adam start back sacrificing everything. Go read it, it's right there. Yeah. No, that's what he want to do us now, but he can't do that to us. He want to kill us because we have made all Israel back doing the true sacrifice. We teach all Israel the truth. How to get the power, how to keep the power, how to use the power, who the power come from. That's what we teach them. I'm like, no, I got something for you. Man, you think I'm worried about these people? I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about you. I'm concerned that you be like I was. 40 years, having all that power, not knowing it, not using it. Man, that's a hurting feeling. But we're not crying over it. It's still soul. We're trying to get y'all to do it now. Now say, O eternal mighty one, wherefore hast thou established that it should be so, and thou proclaim the knowledge thereof. That's your power. All right, knowledge is a part of your power. All right. He said to me, hear Abraham, understand what I say to thee. Answer me as I question thee. Why did thy father Terah did not listen to thy voice? And why did he not cease from his devilish idolatry until he perished and his whole household with him? Right. Now I don't think he died in that fire, but you know, he can perish without dying in that fire. So he can perish without dying in that fire. We got women who married to a man all the many years and that man died. And everything changes. We got women being a whore for a man and have children for him and everything, knowing that he married to somebody else. And that man died. Right? That household what? Perished. Yeah. Man, you just been reading something like that. The man, all right, the man and the son go lay down with the same woman. No, I got something. Got something for you. Sure I do. Now, hold up, let me pray. Now I got something for you. Man, all I can do is tell it to you. No, something going on with me. And I'm telling you, they fight. Because you can hear them and you can feel them. That no one see them. No, when I be sitting down there. You know you say that wrong. You know that's not there. That's not written there. Right. So if you tell me all that when I be sitting down, I just ignore them and keep on going. Because God is the judge, not them. TJ said you war with your mind. If you war with your mind, then why your heart feels so bad when you do something wrong? Let's go. Now I already see. I just said that too. to rile him up. Anyway, let's go. You say to me, here, Abraham, understand what I say to thee. Answer me as I question thee. Right, so why the Father did not listen to thy voice, when thou did not cease from his devil's idolatry until you perish in the whole household with him? No, we had perish. We had perish. All Israel. And I say, O eternal mighty one, it was entirely because he did not choose to listen to me. But I too did not follow his words. And that's what's going on right now. Well, they're not listening. Because I tell them all the time. I tell them, say, man, I'm not telling you to give up Christ. I'm not telling you to give up Jesus. I'm telling you to give up Christianity. Yeah. You can't see there's a big difference in the two. Yeah. But they don't see that. I'm not asking you to give up. I'm not asking you to give up the law of God, Jesus Christ. I'm just asking you to give up that religion that you serve, that is not a man. I'm asking you to return to your Creator and get out all those denominations, religion that came down throughout all the sin. So that we tell them, terror right there, tell them right there now about our Father. We're in it because of who sins. You only can claim the Father sinned for so long, and after the Father sinned, then when what state come in, then you can claim it to be your own sin, that you're in the situation that you're in now. All right. I can't claim, no, my Father never got us here. The only reason why we're still here because of our sins. All right. Let's continue on then. Let's say the devil is idolatry until you perish. I said, where's the whole house of Israel? Scattered through folk on the earth. Man, don't make me go get it. Don't make me go get it. But I'll go right there, the high priest right there, he'll go get it. All right, so you want me to prove it to you. All right. To the high priest, Belteshazzar. Make sure you post on YouTube too. Oh man, there you go. All right. Go to the last 40-day prayer. And the post in there, neither at this time. Neither at this time. Post how you want it, post it, but don't make it too long. All right, show them how we have been destroyed, neither at this time. All right, go get it for them. Anyway, I say, oh, eternal mighty one, I was entirely because I did not choose to listen to me. Say, he did not choose to listen to me, but I too did not follow his works. So they don't choose to listen to us, but we don't follow their works. We follow the works of the Most High God, which we try to tell them. Man, return, go under your Creator, whatever your Creator tell you to do. Now I got something for you, Asa. And he said to me, here, because I want you to go, man, go. I mean, you can't do it now, after 40 days. I don't know how to do it now. But after 40 days, make sure. And he said to me, here, Abraham, as thy counsel, as the counsel of thy father is in him, and as thy counsel is in thee, so also is the counsel of my will in me ready for the coming days. This is he said, here, Abraham, as the counsel of thy father is in me, and as that counsel is in thee, so also is the counsel of my will in me ready for the coming days. But that's what we're doing now. We're going according to the counsel of God, counsel of our father Abraham, counsel of our father Moses. All right. Asa, if you know for sure you're going during the time of the 40 days, just let me know. Now, because we don't have to come on at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. You can push it back to 12. Yeah, we can do that. If you show you're going. Yeah, just make sure you say, well, I'm going. I said, well, the lesson don't start to 12 p.m. Yeah, that's what we'll do. But we want to do the will of God, not our will. Because we don't have to have a lesson that long. If you know God sent somebody on a mission, you don't have to be that long. For we, O Lord, are become less than any nation to be kept under this day in all the world because of our sin. See? Our destruction. Neither is there at this time prince or prophet or leader or burnt offering or sacrifice or oblation or incense or place of sacrifice before thee to find mercy. Is that not a destruction of a house, of a nation, of a people? Come on, man. Nevertheless, with contrite heart and humble spirit, let us be accepted like in the burnt offering of rams, bullock, like as in 10,000 fat lambs, so that our sacrifice be not sight this day. And grant that we may go holy after thee, for they should not be confounded that put their trust in thee. Now we follow thee with all our heart, we fear thee, we seek thy face. All right. So that's what we're doing now. No. Because when you go read it, when you go read the prophecy, and it tell you everything that what Esau was going to do. Was he not going to destroy 2 temples? All right, I'm just telling you. Enslaved. All right, I'm just letting you know, That's going to tell you all. All I can do is just tell it to you, man. All right. So he said to me, hear Abraham, as the counsel of thy father is in him, and as thy counsel is in thee. So also is the counsel of my will and me ready for the coming days. We going to counsel God right now. Before thou have knowledge of this, or can see with thy eyes what is future in them. See with thy eyes what is future in them. And how those of thy seed will be, look in the picture. So I tell you all that. Because I tell you that all the time, when you're looking into a window, a mirror, a regular photograph, you're looking into the picture. Yeah. A cell phone, a video game, is that not looking into the picture? All right. How else will I know this unless God give it unto me? Man, that's the thing about it. You think, I wonder what church he goes to. Right. I wonder what pastor he's listening to. That's what I'm saying. No. Man, repent with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. All right. No, you're down. I know. And I looked and I saw, Lord, the picture swayed from it, emerged on its left side, like heathen people. You know any heathen people? So that man that shot that girl, and she was pregnant, I don't care what she did. That's a heathen who do something like that. Yeah, and they've been doing that. And then they put it on television and, oh, well, she did this, she did that, she did this here. And that makes her a heathen. All right. She murdered 5 people. She burned down 3 stores. Did she do any of that? She killed our children. All right. I'm saying. Just saying. I said, murder on his left side are heathen people, and they privileged those who were on the right side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Privilege those that's on the right side. Do you know any people that are being robbed? Yes. Each and every day. I just been telling you what they're doing. The insurance companies, what they're going to do to the people in Florida. Yeah. The gentrification, what the city people are doing to you. I'm just telling you what they're doing. The pastor and preacher, what they're doing to you. Robbing, man. You've been robbed. You've been privileged. All right, to those who were on the right side, men and women and children, some they slaughtered. Oh man, did they slaughter that girl? Did they slaughter Michael Brown? Did they slaughter Trayvon Martin? Did they slaughter Tamir Rice? Did they slaughter George Floyd? Did they slaughter that girl name? I can't think one thing. Did they slaughter George Moore? Yes, they did. They sacrificed. Yep, and they're still doing it. You know, they're preparing now. The Israelis, they're preparing now to go to war with Iran and anybody else who's standing in their way. Yeah. So they got weapons that people have never seen before, never heard of before. They're going to use them too. Yeah. Oh. I don't care what they say they are or who they say they are. I go by their actions. And God, that proves who you are. Your action proves who you are. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. The women and children, some they slaughter, others they retain with themselves, put them in slavery. No, because that's the same thing they told you the United Arab Emirates did to the people that was coming over there, and how they killed some of them, brought them in the desert, killed some of them, and some of them they put in the jail house. France did the same thing. Great Britain did the same thing. South Africa did the same thing. Okay. The United States did the same thing. Yes, they did. All right. I'm just telling you, Greece did the same thing. Well, go look at some other news to find out that they did the same thing. That they are doing the same thing. Okay. Lo, I saw them run towards them through 4 entrances, and they burned the temple. So you know who that is. All right. Notice I saw them run through 4 entrances, and they burned the temple with them. So they have the 4 entrances of us were fire. Right? And so no, go read it. So we read that all the time. It's a Bible on the tabernacle. What they was going to do. Okay. And the holy thing was they plundered. They took it all. Well, where is it then? All right. And I say, O eternal one, Lord, the people that sprang from me, whom thou hast accepted, the hordes of the heathen do plunder. Yeah, and that's us. We come from Father Abraham. And do plunder us right now. You know, those people that claim to be up, they try to make up an excuse. They're trying to get, they put that on now. And try to get people to say, oh, it's such a horrible thing to go around killing Jewish people and putting Jewish people under their foot all over the world. Come on, man. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a damn lie. Now they tell you, they slaughtered Israel all over the world and put them in slavery, put them on their feet. Then what you say, oh, that's the truth. And every now and then, they let a little piece leak out on the news, what they're doing. I saw the Egyptians, they showed Libya. They showed Libya what they was doing. And they had one dark complexion person. But I'll be looking for that. Now one dark complexion where they were showing Libya and the sins that they committed. I can't remember exactly what they were doing. They warred over there. And they didn't show not one, or they warred with the Israelis. Yeah, they warred with the Israelis. They tried to do something underhanded. And they told them not to tell. And they got out. And so they arrived and everything. And I didn't see one dark complexion Egyptian there. Now one dark complexion Egyptian. I said, man, look at that. Libya. Yeah, I was looking for it. Yeah, I was looking for it. Yeah. That's the word of God. Don't look at some news, man. Stop going for, well, no. You gotta look at, no, just tell me. God will bring it to you. Say, whores of the heathen do plunder. And some they kill, while others they hold fast as aliens. And that's what they do. Refugees, aliens. No, we'll be labeled like that. But they can't do it. All right. Our time is up. But even the people that got rid of you, they got rid of you a long time ago. But they still plotting and planning to get rid of the poor secretly. Your numbers have dwindled. How you know your numbers have dwindled? Oh, well, go to 5 women. 5, childbearing age women. Go to 5 of them. And then ask them how many children do you have? Right. Then ask them how many children did they kill? How many abortions did they have? Yeah. I'm just telling you what's going on. God told you that they was going to do that. Anyway, and the temple they had burned with fire, and the beautiful thing, and do they rob and destroy? O eternal mighty one, if this be so, wherefore hast thou now lacerated my heart? And why should this be so? Now remember who that comes from the seed of Father Abraham, that comes from Esau. That come from Esau. That come from those that say they're Jews but not. That's where it comes from. Jacob stole the birthright. Jacob stole our blessing. That's what he's saying. Oh, I feel it. That's all right. Don't worry, they can't do nothing. I told you I get a turn. Did I tell you I get a turn? Right. You get a turn, you do it the right way, you're going to get a turn also. Anyway, no, it cut out, broke out Father Abraham's heart when he saw that. Then he saw that it was the seed coming from him that did it. And when he saw Father Abraham and Mother Rebecca knew that Esau was riding to the core. They knew. But Father Isaac, right? You know, that's my first born son again. Old man, boy. They right there, yeah. And he knew. Yeah. You know, like the children out there doing certain things, but I know how I was. Because you do a lot of abomination, out of crazy things when you're young. But one day you grow up, you put all that aside. You know? So they be trying to condemn young people for the rest of their life, but that's not so. It's not so. It's not so. You know. Anyway, let's continue on. Gotta wait to see. I done seen household come from young mother, young father working, mother working, and doing, supporting the family the best. The children grow up to be what? Whores, drug addicts, and everything else. And they come saying, why are you in here? You come from a broken home, but you come from a broken home. I said, no, I come from a broken home. I come from a suburb. My dad don't give me, my mama didn't give the best of the best. Yeah. No, my mama never whipped me. My daddy never put his hands on me. They didn't know. They didn't know. Yeah. Anyway, he said to me, here, Abraham, what thou hast seen shall happen on account of the seed who angered me by the reason of the statue which thou sawest. God anger idolatry. Idolatry. Yeah. On account of the human slaughter in the picture, through zeal in the temple, and thou sawest, should it, and as thou sawest, so should it be. But we seeing stuff right now in our dreams and visions, and it's gonna be that way. Tell you. I'm like, no, you don't think so. All right. Well, that's idolatry. Saying no praise to God. It's a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth love and kindness in the morning and faithfulness every night, upon instrument, attention, playing upon sorcery, upon harp, on sound. The Lord has made me glad through thy works. I will triumphant in the works of thy hand. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A foolish man knoweth not, neither do a fool understand this. I know he get all the time. Why are you calling people a damn fool? When the wicked spring as the grass, when all the works of the iniquity flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. I told you, God rises up the wicked to destroy forever. That what you see. That what Jesus was telling you. When you see these things, knowing that it's the beginning of sorrow, it should be like the time of Sodom, like the time of Gomorrah, like the time of Noah. And that's when all the wickedness was at its peak. God destroyed all. And that's what you live in now. That's why I'm reading this. God and the righteous are growing up at the same time to renew the age of the righteous. Because what happened was God destroyed all that. When after God and Father Noah was in that ark. Father Noah was in that ark. He was in the holy of the holies. In that ark. Yeah. And all they had was what? The righteous rule. Yeah. Just let me know. But thou, Lord, the Most High, forever. But thou, Lord, art the Most High forevermore. All right. I read it right. Let's continue on. No, you're not that something to give them knowledge for yeah, we go play the rebroadcast. I'm gonna say it sooner or later. They've been cutting it off. Yeah, they've been cutting it off. Says, wow, we're gonna cut him off. Yeah, we're gonna cut him off. He talking against our golden goose, Mike or John. We gotta do something about that. Yeah. Yeah. Be like all the rest. God has made it so. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. No, this is what he said. I'll repeat it. He said to me, "Hear, Abraham, what thou hast seen should be happening on account of thy seed who angered me by the reason of the statue which thou saw, on account of the human slaughter in the picture, through zeal in the temple, and as thou sawest, so should it be." Right? Because I'm quite sure Father Abraham, could have saw the same statue, but Father Nebuchadnezzar saw. Could have saw that statue. Yeah. I see the Father Nebuchadnezzar. I mean, he was chosen of God, Nebuchadnezzar. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. And so, that statue what he saw. No, God chastised Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar repented. Yeah, he did repent. How I know he repent? Remember the 7 years? And God punishment to you know that the Most High ruler can give the kingdom to whoever he wanted to. All right. That's all I can tell you. All right. That's the first time I say fall to Nebuchadnezzar. We just say Nebuchadnezzar. All right, let's continue on. He saw that statue that God had chosen. He saw that statue. Boy. He was about to kill everybody. It would be for the Daniel. For the Belshazzar, he would kill them all. Sure would have. On account of the human slaughter in the pit out. No, because I'm thinking about that, but anyway, he said, "Oh, eternal mighty one." He said to me over here, man, what thou hast seen should happen on account of thy seed who angered me by the reason of the statue which thou sawest. And on account of the human slaughter in the picture, through zeal in the temple, as thou saw it, so shall it be. All right, so they had human slaughter in the picture. So how many people see human slaughter in the picture? Okay, I know y'all see it. And I said, "Oh, turn the mighty one. May the works of the evil wrought in ungodliness now pass by. But show me rather those who fulfill the commandments, even the works of his righteousness, thou canst do this." So that we had him showing the righteous and the holy people. And no, but let's find out. Let's find out. We only got a few minutes. Let's find out. Sure you want to know. And he said to me, the time of the righteous meeteth them, first through the holiness flowing from the kings. So the holiness flowing from the kings. And the righteous dealer rulers, whom I at first created in order for such to rule among them. But from these issue men who care for their interests, as I have made known to thee, and as thou hast seen. Because it showed them, you got people, because that was happening now. Jesus told you that the pastors, the preachers, and all them want what reward. All of them doing what? They want reward. They want idols. They want, why would you do with the reward they get? Okay, for idol worship. But for these issue men who care for their interests, as I have made known to thee, thou hast seen. Thou didn't want it. And they're doing it now. They're going out this morning. All of them got these sweet speeches and they preaching and everything. And with these shiny shoes, suits on, and at the end of the program, they got a big, you need to help me, I need some of your money. But I thought he was God of all. I thought God supplied you every need. So the God supplied my every need. And while I'm asking you to come on, no, wait till the end of the broadcast. And then you can come on, PayPal me, cash me, sell it. That's a new one, sell it. Yeah. Apple Cash, Google Pay. Oh yeah. Buy my book, buy my CD, and you can get my book for any. Yeah, you can get my book for any cash amount. Yeah, any cash amount, you can get my book. Well, if you give me $125, you can get the CD, the book, and the plaque. Well, if you give me $5,000, no, you give me $500. You can get my praying hands, my shofar. $1,200. You can get my brass birds. I'm just telling you. Well, if I'm lying, you know, write a comment. Chat, say something. Man, you can tell them, say, man, we got you now. All right, let's continue on. Oh, and I asked and said, oh, mighty eternal one, hallowed by thy power, be favorable to my petition. For this that hast thou brought me up here, and showed me that thou hast brought me up to thy height. So make this known to me, thou beloved one, as much as I ask, whether what I saw should happen for them or no. Right. So we want to know was our enslavement and robbing us and plundering us for no. We already told them it's going to be 4 times, 4 issues. And the last one is going to be the greatest of all. The issue from iron, Esau on that statue, the statue of jealousy. Come on, man. That statue in the book of Daniel, is that not the statue of jealousy? What, they got another statue of jealousy? Let me know, so I want to know. Elder Shalom, they got another statue of jealousy. I want to know where it's at. Yeah, let me know. And he showed me a multitude of his people and said to me, on their account through 4 issues, that 4 slavers, if thou saw it, I should be provoked by them. Because we didn't obey the voice, nor kept the commandment done as we want to do, as we're doing right now. Yeah, well, you know what? No, I've seen tennis shoes that I want. Yeah, no. But I was watching that. Now the man was on there making all the putting all type of prints on them. Man, got all type of foolishness going on with them shoes. Oh, they don't think God will make them pay for that for the year. Yeah. On their account through 4 issues, as thou saw it, I shall be provoked by them. And in these my retribution for their deeds shall be accomplished. Right? Because that's God's mission now, right now. So you're not paying the price right now. I know you're paying the price right now. But the price paying is over with. But it's up to you, for you to repent, for you to obey the voice and keep the commandment to come. All right. You gotta be tried, man. Gold, Jesus told you that the gold tried in the fire, they're not so. All right. I should be provoked by them, and these my retribution for their deeds should be accomplished. But in the 4th outpouring, that's the one you, and now it's the last one, the 4th outpouring of 100 years and 1 hour of the age. The same as 100 years. It shall be a misfortune among the heathen, but 1 hour in mercy continually as among the heathen. So, you know, Michelle, make sure you pull that on Facebook or YouTube. Go to Book of Revelation. Find an hour of the age. The Lord God said, I want to keep it from the hour of temptation. So post that. Post that for it. Yeah. And I said, O eternal mighty one, how long is the time, is the hour of the age? And so this is the last one. It's the last of it. It's the last slavery, the last of all that Father Abraham saw. It's the last, just like I'm just telling you. All right. Because you cannot say that everything, all the prophecies, just about all the prophecies have been fulfilled, except the prophecies of the apocalypse have begun. So those prophecies have started. The chastisement prophecies. That's what idolatry dream was about. The gathering of the people, the gathering of Judah, the gathering of Jacob's children, and those that have taken hold of Jacob's arm. They might have people that come with us, just like before. They had mixed multitude. So they will have mixed multitude this time. Just like before, you had children out of wedlock and was married to other people. No, remember that the guy he wanted to proclaim to be Israel to his mother's side, but they didn't let him do it. Yeah, the one that got killed. So they had it. They had it. Anyway. All right. It said, because thou hast kept my word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Now you know how long an hour that we say. All right. The hour of temptation that dwell 1 hour. Right. So let's find out how long it is. And I said, O eternal mighty one, how long the time is the hour of the age? And he said, 12 years have I ordained for the ungodly age, 12 years, to rule among the heathen and in thy seed, until the end of the time it shall be as thou sawest. And do thou reckon to understand and look into the picture? Yeah, so that's the same thing when Jesus told you, I'm going to pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Okay. And I looked and saw a man. Find out our age is 12 years. All right. And I saw a man out from the left side of the heathen. And there went out men and women and children from the side of the heathen. And many hosts worship him. Well, remember, we are in the land of the heathen also right now. Yes, we are. We're in the land of the enemies. Okay. And while I was still looking, there came out from the right side many, some insulted that man, while some struck him. Others, however, worshiped him. And I saw how these worshiped him. And Azazel ran and worshiped him. And having kissed his face, he turned and stood behind him. Yeah. But that's what's going on right now. You know, you got Azazel. So if I got on everything with Azazel, and then I call myself worshiping the Lord God, but that's not so. All right, then let's go to the hour. Then let's go to Jesus. So what happened to the Lord God? The Pharisees, scribes, and hypocrites, what they was doing to him. All right. Okay. Well, they claim that we be the seed of Father Abraham. We be the seed of Abraham. We have never been in bondage. So we know the chosen had to go in bondage 4 times. That's what they told Jesus. All right. And they used Jesus as a living sacrifice for the Passover. Yes, they did. Not knowing who he was and not knowing that's who he had came from. All right. And so, no. And having kissed his face, turned and stood behind him. Azazel. All right. What did Satan do? Because if you go read the Gospel of Nicodemus, it'll tell you what he did. All right. Just let you know, this Father Abraham tell you again what he did. Azazel is a minister of Satan. Anyway, they worship him now. You got the IUIC people, HUI people, the Christian folks. Okay. What are they doing? The Pharisees, scribes, and hypocrites, they did the same thing. And I said, O eternal mighty one, who is this man insulted and beaten? And who is worshipped by the heathen with Azazel? Worshipped by the heathen with Azazel. You're in the land of the heathen, the land of the enemy. Do not and who they call themselves worshiping. Right on the head, that brother. If I have on everything with Zazel from my head to my toe, everything over Zazel. But I'm going to do what? I'm going to the church house and claim that I'm worshiping the Lord God when I'm not. All right. And the answer said, here, Abraham, the man who you saw assaulted and beaten in worship, that is the relief granted by the heathen to the people who receive from thee. Now, what relief did the heathen grant us? I would like to know. Please, somebody post that for me right now. Facebook or YouTube. What is the relief that the heathen granted us? Yeah, post it. What relief that the heathen granted us? Let me go. I want to know. Post it. What is the relief? Yeah, that the heathen granted us. No, I give it time to post. Give it time to post it. I want to know what is the relief. You can tell me. That's granted by the heathen. They let you have Jesus, they let you have Christianity. Oh, Jared quotes it. That's what Jared said. That's what Jared said. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed at the sign of the heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at it. For the custom of the people are vain. The one cutting down a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe. They decked it with silver and with gold. They fastened it with nails on hammer, that it moved not. They are upright as the palm tree. But speak not. They must neither be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them. But they cannot do evil. He is also in them to do good. All right. Sound like Christmas, sound like Jesus to me. All right. That's what he tell you. That's what he told you. Yeah. The man who thou saw and beaten and worshipped again is the relief granted by the heathen to the people who proceed from thee in the last days, in the 12th hour of the age of ungodliness. For in the 12th year of my final age, I will set up this man from thy generation, whom thou sawest, issued from my people, this one all foul, and such are called by my name with germ, even, you know who he is? Yeah. No. Even those who change in their counsel. So you're going to have some heathen changing their counsel. As those that saw emerge from the left side of the picture, the meaning is, there should be many from the heathen who set their hopes upon him. And as for those who thou saw from thy seed on the right side, some insulting and striking, others worshiping him, many of them should be offended at him. Who's offended at Jesus? Pharisees, scribes, and hypocrites, those that say they're Jews, they're not. All right. The Rastas. We got a lot of them out there. Right. Many of them should be offended at him. He is testing those, listen to what he said. He is testing those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end. Right now. I told you that. I told you that. They don't think they're being tested and tried. Whether they're going to keep the covenant, keep the commandment. Because those are forever. Those doesn't change. All right. The oral law is just me. The oral law. The oral law. The Torah, the oral law. Does it change? How many times? It's just a question. It's just a question. You can answer if you want or not. But it's a question. Has the oral law, has the Torah changed? The oral law, we're not talking about the Bible. We're not talking about the Bible. We're talking about the oral law of God. The Torah hasn't changed. All right. So how many times has the Holy Bible changed? What they call the Holy Bible, how many times has it changed? Changed or not? So, Judge Light got her own Bible. Somebody else just came out with their own Bible. Let's see if I can think of who it is. I don't know. It might be Joseph, not the Prince. I'm looking at it. They say they have their own Bible now. No, all of them got their own Bible. They tell you sure their own Bible. NLT and all the different versions. All right. The law of God changes now. As we say, however, is testing those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end. And if you are showing the age of ungodliness, because the shepherd is supposed to that. The law of God says, I'll keep you from the hour of temptation. Huh? That shall come upon all the world to try them. Come on, man, I just told you that. Because thou have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. Is that not the same thing? However, he's testing them. Those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end. And if you are showing the age of what? Ungodliness. All right. All I can do is give it to you. Before the age of righteousness, begin to grow, my judgment shall come upon the lawless heathen for the people of thy seed. So we bring in judgment upon the lawless heathen. We are. That was it said, before the age of righteousness begin to grow, my judgment shall come upon the lawless heathen through the people of thy seed, who have been separated from me. And those days I'll bring upon the creatures of the earth 10 plagues. 10 plagues. So let's stop right there. You know, I gotta stop it there. All right, because we gotta get the plague. Now we got on a certain time. Now, don't try to go over the time now. No, it's not that time for us to go over the time. We got time. I don't care what they did. God is showing that no matter what they do, we still got time. All right. Now I gotta read the dream. That's why I'm giving it that. I told you one already. All right. I told you that. Esau, man. Y'all got another dream. Oh, that dream is the same. I don't know about it. I'm gonna try. I was walking where people live outside. Next, the military people came doing people wrong. So they had military people, and they was like lined up all the side of the fence. And they had, they had wood stockpile and everything on the side of this fence. And the military man was coming, and he see somebody, he see a civilian or somebody, especially us, and he was doing us different type of things. But I don't know if they were shooting and killing. I can't remember exactly what they. Oh yeah, they're shooting people. Notice they're shooting people as they was going down the line. So they were killing people also. And I was in the middle of the camp, not on the side. So, them people was on the side of the fence. The man was going down, but I was in the middle. I was in the middle of the street or walkway, or however you want to put it. I was in the middle. Nobody was outside. So I was in the middle. Everything was flat. And so I was in the middle. And the military man, I was not on the side. The military man came and pointed his weapon at me. He came and pointed his weapon at me. And I said with a loud voice, Lord of the world, hit this man. That's what I said. Lord of the world, hit this man with lightning. I said, oh Lord of the world, hit this man with lightning. And then, then the lightning started, the lightning started coming down. I see the clouds coming together and the lightning coming down. I saw the clouds gather and the lightning came down and just missed him. So the lightning came down and just missed him. You could see the sparks. And it just missed him. And he like ducked or something. Then after he did that, so he ran on the side of the fence. He ran on the side of the fence and the lightning struck again. He said it missed him. And he went to another spot. And when they ran past the side of the fence, the lightning struck and just missed him again. And I said, are you going to repent? Yeah. Yeah, he ran on the side of the fence by me. And the lightning hit and struck and missed him again. Right. Now I can't remember everything, but I know I had to say, are you going to repent? And I know that more said in that conversation. He was he was scared. He was scared. No, let's continue on. No, man, that girl be showing, look into the picture. No. And next, I was in the house, this little girl and her dad and mom was sitting. So we was in the house, the little girl at the door. And so she had she had something dressed up and made it look like a dog or something. Because it's just that high, like a big old dog. Yeah. It just, it was tall like a rock wall or a Doberman. Was that high. It was that high. Right, like a chair high. And she was, they was at the door. Her mom, and the dog, whatever it was looked like a dog was by the chair by the door. But I'm sitting on the couch looking at them. That's where I was at. And so I was sitting on the couch. She said, well, I might as well show you now. And she took the disguise of this animal that appeared to be a dog. And she took off the makeup and everything. It was some type of foreign animal by the height of a dog. That was a creature. No, I don't think it was of this world. If it was, somebody had did it. Because they're doing experiments on animals and things. And that's how it looked. Now I couldn't see it real good because she was tearing off the stuff, the clothing and stuff that she had disguised it when she was taking it off. Then she said, well, I might as well show you now. Yeah. And she did that. I don't know what type of war was going on. Well, it was a war going on, so all of them was dressed in the military green. It wasn't no OD green like the United States had. You know, it's that the Syrian or some type of green like that. Might even been Asian type of green. Like during World War II, that type of green. That's how the uniforms look. Anyway, so show you now. So she said, no, I might as well show you now. And she took the disguise off the animal that appeared to be a dog. And she, took off the makeup and everything. Some type of foreign animal by the height of a dog. Next, I was at the street corner. So next to me and the man, we had the streetcar line. There, like the way two main drags intersect, Claiborne and Kerioth. So we had the streetcar line. And I think me and him was talking. So we had to go back to the house. The man said we have to go back. So he said he was on a bike. And I can't walk, but the streetcar is there. So he was on a bike, me and him having a conversation. He said, I gotta go back and I get something. Like conversation like that. But no, he was on a bicycle, but I was walking. And I said, no, the streetcar over there. I'll catch the streetcar. Well, no. I said, the streetcar's over there. I said, so I'm riding on. And so, no, I take the streetcar. I can't walk, but I'll take the streetcar. That's what I tell him. So when I go there by the streetcar, running boats. You ever seen running boats on a car? So the streetcar has something like that. The boat comes down, and then people step on that. So it was like that. But I was at the back, and I got on that, and I was holding on to that. And the person that was the motorman, the person that running the car, yeah, you saw that. The motorman is looking at me like, how are you doing that? And I was just standing up. Or why are you doing that? I was on there, and while he was gone, I caught it. Yeah, ran up and jumped on that, and as the car was moving out. Next, I'm with two men. So I'm with two men in a truck is running, and the two men are there besides me. There are two men there. The truck is running. Right. So the truck was running. We were going somewhere, but he changed it. So he said he changed it. He didn't want to do something. The man said, "Change? No, I'm not going to do that." And then so one of the guys snatched the keys out of the hitch. I dreamed of. Right. So he caught me. The man took my keys for the truck. So we took the keys from the truck. Of course, be holding and running around, keeping the keys away from you like that. That's what he was doing. So he was doing like that. He took my keys for the truck. So I called him. He had the key. He was keeping the keys away from him. And so when he was doing that, so next thing you know, I catches him. And I pull him down to the ground. So when I put him down to the ground, I laid him down on the ground. And I said, Lord, give him an upset stomach. And I said twice. I said it real loud. I said, Lord, give him an upset stomach. And then the man reached me the keys because his stomach started being upset. Yeah. Yeah. I got that this morning. Yeah, that was the morning dream. That was the morning dream. Oh, I told you. That's why I'm telling Asa, man. Because the only reason why is because you obey the voice, speak the commandment. And time marches on. Okay. Time marches on. Yeah. No, the other times I was really harsh, but this time it wasn't that harsh. It was like, I didn't ask him to kill him. I just asked, because the lightning hit him, he's not going to die. Yeah, the lightning strike him, he's not going to die because the lightning strike him. But why is that movie Benjamin Button? The man tell you how many times he was struck by lightning, but he didn't die. So you got people know they have different type of ailments because they got struck by lightning, but they don't die. And then the other man just told him give him an upset stomach. And it happened. Yeah. I'm just telling you. Because Lord already showed me the power that He has given unto me. So, because I told you, after these 40 days, everything's going to change. And so when the people come, you will, not like I told you, they going to say something, you going to say something, they going to say something again, then you going to do what? Bring the curse or bring the plague. That's how I told you that. I told you that. All right. Well, you go ahead on. You don't want to be the one to try that. I know you don't want to be the try that. Yeah. No, after I came out of the dream, the first person I thought was Asa. But Asa said the man that took his kidneys and everything. Right. But Asa had 2 calamities back to back. I told him why the calamity is coming up on him. No, you got a special gift God want to give Asa. Just like the dollar. Adonijah and Jared. I'm just telling you. No, just telling you what you got to do, man. All right. I already told you things going to change. I already told you they have already changed. All right. Let me know. No, I seen that dream also about the wall. When that man said, they call you monkeys. And they showed me that. They have a lot of dreams in this book. They have Taylor Swift dream. Yeah, Taylor Swift would get 5% of her music or record a record she sells. Now this is 2019. That's what I said. I told you that. All right. There was a place looked like a dungeon, and there have a cage about 3 feet high, full of flames. Full of flames. Full of flames. I saw that. Number 7 was called Enemy of War. It said Draco is evil. Draco is evil. And then I God Draco. But he said Draco is evil. I was playing basketball, running up the street, and I heard people under the street asking for me to help them. And I had to show, it had snow on the ground. The voice said, DACA is evil. Yeah, you got DACA. It's evil. All right. Oh. I was looking out the second floor window at this craft. Looked like a modern plane. At night, it's No, his fall started moving, looping and turning, and smoke coming out, white smoke, and it landed. The man get out of the docks, and I could see the vision of him in my, in my mind. All right. One I could see standing downstairs on the side of the building in the yard. And I heard someone say, we have landed in a historical all-black neighborhood. One started throwing them off the pier one by one. And now praying in the spirit, blocking them from finding who they was looking for. Lord showed me all these different boxes, but all was the same. Lord said the people had landed that plane, and they had landed in a historical all-black neighborhood, and they started throwing people off. They were looking for somebody. They started throwing people off the pier one by one, killing them. Yeah. Oh. No, I tried. I mean, and just a lot of these men wanted. No, this one I remember the white horse, the 4 horses, just the white horse. The men wanted a piece of land. The lady had sold it to them or wanted to sell it to them. They gave me $25 for it, and I owed them 10 more to complete the purchase. They have this small white pony running on it, around and around. And it just runs. No one can stop it or catch it. The man came to purchase the land. The owner said, I would have sold you the land. I say, you would have. The man comes back and I give the man $10 for the land, 5 ones, and a $5 bill. Now remember, at the time I had that. I asked for the receipt or to sign the paper. He would a couple of the men said no. I asked so that they were walking with us to sign the paper or give me a receipt for the land. They said no. I said, give me the money back. They do, and they haven't purchased the land right. Yeah, so that's when I got my white horse. It was a pony. It'll take 3 years after that, but no, it's large now. It's large now. I got the 2 part green. I got a lot of green. One of the 7 kings told to sit here while I fix this. Told me to sit here while I fix this. No, let me see if I can find. I didn't mark the papers out. I didn't mark the papers out. Man, Durham got a lot of greens. Yeah, got a lot of greens. White was straight hand green. I could remember the majority of Lion green during that time also. Yeah. No, let me see if I can find it. I read one of the Will Smith greens too. No, let's see if I can find it. Man, I got a minute. Let me see if I can find it. No, I have a lot of green by being in the bathroom, but you know, I heard a voice. I'm here to help the grandchildren. And they had 3 people sweeping with brooms. 3 people sweeping with brooms. Well, that's a broken house. I have another green way to broke into the house. Most of these dreams are, most of the dreams, they are silent dreams. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. No, I had 2-part dream. That's what I'm looking. Not the 2-part dream. I'm looking for the war dream because they got ahead a draft. A draft. No, he told me that's what the dream was about. Them they're gonna have a draft. I don't know about that plan. Time is always up with this. October 29th. Let me see. Oh, that's the time I was having dreams like Jerry. Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of death during that time. Well, there are a lot of people that died. Let's see if I can find it. And let me see. I got some. But that's the dream I had about the law of God prepared his sacrifice. That was on the 19th. I had a Zendaya dream in there. I don't think I told you Zendaya dream. No, that was the movie they had made. Marie and Malcolm. Malcolm and Marie. Let me see. Let's see. The dog, man, dog, now it has serial killer in there. Yeah, serial killer dream. Yeah. People, man, it has so many dreams. Let's see. Now I'm trying to find that one dream. Yeah, I can find it. Yeah, I'm finding there. I just hold it for you. Yeah, the Will Smith dream. Bill Cosby dream. I had Marlon Wayans dream. And I was looking for this one dream. That's the Zendaya dream. Yeah. No, the holy angel was holding both of my wrists. That's 2019. So I had the Denzel Washington dream. That was a long dream. Denzel picking them up, driving them around. Denzel. All right. Because during this time I was having this dream, I didn't know. A lot I didn't know. Look into the picture. I didn't know nothing about looking into the picture. And what it meant. Then I read that book. Then I start understanding what looking at the picture means. It's not. I can't find it. Come on, post down the shadow. Post. I'll have it for you. I'll get it for you. The war has already started. Right? Just before all the wars. So the Ukraine war, they had drafted in the Ukraine war. have to wait. I don't get it. Y'all saw it already. Post done, Shalom. And going on post. Yeah. No, I'm fine for you. Man, the green that you had here. Now remember, this just one book. I had it right there. I was standing on the side looking at the bottom of the president. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I could find it right there. I thought I could. It's a short green, but I know what it means. They want to have to grab all that stuff. You know, that's when Marlon Wayans that took my brain. Yeah. First dream, this 1/15/2020, the first dream I hear, everything is fixed or finished and prepared. Next dream, I am in the house with my son. I'm in the kitchen. I hear a loud noise like a surge in electricity, like an EMP blast. I sit down on the floor waiting for the next thing to happen. Not afraid, but understanding that something is supposed to happen next. I wake up, my son lives in Las Vegas. Yeah. Oh, man. So that's the this green right there. The go ahead and pull the dealership up. That's a Tupac green. I'm gonna get it for you. No, I'm gonna that was 11/15/20. 1/15/20. No, that was the people want to keep you in the past. They don't want you to move forward. Then because God's showing you the power that He's given unto me. And how, you know, that was saying, I got that power to do that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I'm just saying. I had that. I don't know why I didn't. I should have mowed the green mountain. Didn't mow it out because I didn't think I was going to see it. Yeah. But I'm going to have to. I'm going to revisit that. I'll give it for you. No, I told you Will Smith. I told you that. Dude. I'm fine to get out of here. All right. No, I'll get it for you. I'll make sure I have that. That's the water green. Now I have so many different men. Everything come to pass. Now that was short. He told me that everything will come to pass. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give God what belongs to God. Give me what is mine. The Lord God already told you, you're going to make these people. How are people going to be afraid of you if you don't have no power? Give God what belongs to God. Give me what is mine. Jesus said, God the tongue. I told you how it's going to be. When them people confront you, but they're going to confront you. They're going to say something. You're going to say something. They're going to say something again, and they put the curse on. Because they think it's about debate. It's not about the debate. You're going to tell them what thus say the law. And that's it. And then you can prove it. Yeah. Turn to bless thee and keep the turn to make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Turn and lift up his kindness upon thee, give thee peace. Hear, O Israel, the Lord that God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord, the God, with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might. I can't believe I can just put my hand on that book and find that. No. Because you need to know what's going to happen. No, because I want y'all to know. I'm taking a little extra time because I really want y'all to know. Anyway, because all this, I'm reading dreams and visions I had, now they coming to pass. Little dreams. Ice Cube was being questioned about this movie. He said, I made this movie and I wanted the character to be like no other. So I see this heavy-set man come to this side, sliding door. He has a beard, black hair, like pulled back and a tie around it. Next, I see a blind-haired woman. She comes in the room after being out. She has on a black sequins dress, short. She has a feather neck wrap around her thing that is between her legs. So she got it between her legs. She falls back on the bed looking up. Next, I see her booted up looking in the mirror. Her head is laying down on the bed. Next, she's saying, I want you to fuck me like no other. I want to be fucked like nobody's business. Now at one time we didn't say that. No, but God kept giving him to me till he made me say it. Right. I'm going to be able to curse those type of women. That's what that is. Right. Oh, that's what that is. I'm going to be able to curse them. Yeah. No, that's man, that's a good thing to be able to curse them people, man. No, because I've been doing it on YouTube and Facebook. I have been doing it on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Yeah, I've been cursing them. Did you see them they ain't on there, huh? Some more might come on there, but those who are on there not on it. Man, them people to wear me out with that. Every time I look around. No, because I had Deion Sanders in here. Well, you know what he's doing now. Well, that time he wasn't doing anything. All right. Now let's see. Some of the dreams I have in there are really because they're starting to come to pass. And then, like I told you about the dream of breaking in the house. So I had that in there. Yeah. So I was even looking for that dream, and the dream popped up. The one about the draft. All about the draft. Man, I ain't doing that. No, now I'm going fast too. Oh man, I have a lot of stuff in here. No, I got the part about, I think I got Jared in here. Yeah, I think I had Jared in here. Yeah, way before me and Jared. Yeah, I think I had. Oh, I know basketball game. I just want to read this because that's what's coming. That was coming. The draft already started in some places. Yeah. I don't know why I keep parents in their dreams. Oh, that's Denzel Washington dream. I went through that too fast. That first book. Listen to this. I was on top of the ball, large spear, and I dropped my SD card. And I said, "That's okay." No, I was on the spear of the world, and I had the SD card. You know how you have the spear of the world, the 92 lines, and I was on top. And I had an SD card in my hand, so I dropped it. And I said, "That's okay." Next scene, I'm boarding the boat, hopping. The boat hopping the water so it won't get on me. Next thing, there's two men along me. They have a pipe that was about big old large 8-inch pipe. The men loose in the water. She took the pipe that was a flex pipe, put it back on the spot where it had came from, and stopped the water from running on the ground. Next, I'm in a room. I see these two men. They are along with myself. We are looking for a word. I thought looking up in a strong concordance, but I couldn't find it. Next, I walked out the room and I had forgotten something. I turned around and went back to the room full of lights. The whole dream was full of light. Next, I was in front of this 7-Eleven type store. I was looking in this box. At the bottom, that they had an album record, looked like vinyl. Next, this man showed me this young man, and he said he can really spit. I looked back in the box, they had 4 records. That was from spring until winter, 4 records. I was in a fight for my life, and these other men's life. We all had knives, different kinds. We wanted to kill this man, but I wouldn't let them. The leader, while he was watching me, I slit his throat because he was trying to cut the man's throat. I was whipped. They was chasing me. They wanted to cut my throat, but they couldn't. They were afraid that I might cut theirs first. No, They had 4 contracts sitting on the table for the sign. The supervisor either all sign or none. And, if someone had taken the contract away with them, the supervisor was left wasn't pleased. Right. No, I'm reading that to you because all that's happening now. That's what you're doing. Well, that's my Gail King. All right. That's how fast the time went by. It's 2019. All right. Now I've got many keys. I just don't see it. That's all right this long. It was right, that thing jumped out at me so fast. Yeah. So they call you monkeys and carrots. That's how I know that they was going to have another draft. That's all right. That's all right. Let's see what. That's what I'll get it back. Lord had me getting a lot of keys. I got a lot of keys. I got a lot of keys. I'm talking about a lot of, I ain't talking about some keys. I got a lot of keys. That's my fault. That is my fault. This is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. I am Elijah. Until next time. No, I thought I was going to find it. Yeah. Well, we'll do better next time. With the Lord God,